Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my attempt at drawing with only one layer. If you've ever done digital art, you know the biggest asset to creating art in a digital workspace is the fact that you can have multiple layers that you can edit individually without having to worry about destroying other things you've drawn or different little details, you know? Everything is safe in its own little cubby, and you can turn on or off layers depending on whether you want them or not. And so this challenge was definitely challenging. It actually caused me to find new ways to accomplish different things that used to be really, really easy. So like in this challenge, you can't have multiple layers, but you can't have a line art layer and then add the color underneath of it. And if you have a sketch layer, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm adding a sketch layer, I can't add the line art separate to the sketch. You have to build on top of the sketch layer, which is how painters, do it. They have their little sketch and then they add the paint on top, and you just keep building on top, and you just keep building up, basically. And so that is something that I had to use in my approach, is that I can erase and I can add lines or color, but I can't erase elements on top. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know what that means. Basically, I have no layers, so I gotta just do what I gotta do. And that's what's happening here. So for the colors, you'll see I'm actually adjusting the sketch, because I remember whenever I color with markers, traditionally I like to use a purple color erase pencil. Actually, I think it's a rose color. I don't remember. I'll have a link in the description. I'll figure it out. But I like to use a pinky toned sketch. That way when I add the markers on top, I don't have to erase the pencil, because when I add the markers on top, it almost overwhelms that color and disappears. But when it comes to adding the skin color, it adds this extra little texture and fleshiness to it, because skin color is kind of depending on the tone of the skin, it's sort of a yellowy color, and when you add it on top of the pink color, it just adds that fleshness. I don't know, it's almost like the veins underneath it, even though it's the sketch lines. I don't know, I just really like the texture of that. So that is why I changed the color of the sketch to that pink color after sketching it, but I didn't add a new layer because I would just use some other tools available to me. So basically, instead of using extra layers, I was using other tools in Photoshop that I don't normally use. So again, this was a really, really cool experience for that. Using those little tools that you don't even care about because you have other shortcuts. I don't know. So I had to actually use them. And then adding the color on top, you'll be like, how did I add color without completely erasing the lines underneath of them? So that's another trick I used. I set the paintbrush. Oh, it's just the mode. Huh. Well, so for the mode of the paintbrush, I set it to multiply, and then just added in the colors. The thing with multiply though is if you let go, or if you lift up the pen and try to go over the same spot again, it's going to get darker, because that is the effects of the multiply mode. So I had to be very, very careful with that. There's parts where I actually use that to my advantage, I think underneath the chin, and then on the cheeks, and right under the eyebrows. I actually just went over with the exact same color, but since it's set to multiply, it became a darker color, and I really like the effect that had. I used it at the knees and parts of the legs, and this is just adding that base tone of color that I'm going to adjust later and add more details to. And yeah, that's that. What else are we doing here? Oh, the Mickey. Basically, I ended up erasing this Mickey. You'll see the goodbye Mickey, because I wanted to shade the shirt, and I thought it would be just a whole lot easier to add shading to this t-shirt if I didn't have that graphic in the way. So erased it and started adding some shading. I'm actually quite proud of the shading on the t-shirt. I think it's one of the more proud. Oh, I also fixed that shoulder. Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts of this drawing. Was I feel like that shading turned out really, really well. Even though it's a white t-shirt, it's got some simple shading to it. I don't know, I really, really like that. It's a baggy t-shirt. It's very cute. Again, set the paintbrush back to multiply, and then I added in the color for her jean shorts. And then I switched the paintbrush back to just the normal mode, I believe is what it's called. And then I make sure that the opacity is full, and so it's a completely opaque brush. And then I add all the details, such as the line line art with air quotations, and then like the little orange details and such. Like there isn't really line art to this piece. There's just like I added darker lines to the outside. I don't know. For me, line art is something you color, whereas this I had the color first and then I added like some lines on top to add more definition. So I don't know. It just depends how you define it, I suppose. You'll notice I wrote plus glasses up by the face because I was intending to add glasses to this illustration. And glasses are something I always, 100% of the time, guaranteed put on a separate layer. So that was something I was very, very nervous about. And you're like, well, why didn't you just not draw glasses? Well, let me tell you something. When I decided to attempt this challenge, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to draw. So I was like, what to draw when I don't know what to draw? I know. I went to my old hashtag #DrawMeWiffWaffles, if you remember that, over on Instagram. I had a hashtag where I would draw some of the people that follow me, which is it's really, really fun. I really enjoy it. And I hadn't done it in a while. So I was like, this seems like a perfect opportunity. So I found this adorable Instagram post from lunaemstar or lunaemstar. I don't know. I'm not going to even pretend to know how to pronounce people's usernames. But she was so adorable and I wanted to draw her. And it was an almost full body shot, which I really, really like to have a full body shot because I never know what outfit to put people in. So if you can have a nice full body shot, I have perfect reference material. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I chose her. And she had a cute little Mickey Mouse shirt and she was doing this cute little peace sign. So I actually drew her in the exact same pose, which is rare for me. I don't always draw the Draw Me with Waffles with the exact same pose, but I did today and I think it turned out so cute. And yeah, so I want to thank her for using the hashtag, and I hope you like this drawing and I hope this video intrigues you in some way. I don't know. I hope, yeah. I'm hoping a lot of things. I don't know. This is starting like an episode of Star Wars or something. But, oh, the one thing that wasn't in the picture was shoes. So I had to make up some shoes. So I had to have a little creativity and I decided red Converse. There we go. Done. Don't have to think about it anymore. Just need to draw it. So here we are adding in the red Converse. I really enjoy adding the little texture without the line art. I feel like it's a lot. You just have a lot more freedom for the little details and such. So like adding the laces, that was really simple, and like adding that little white line underneath for like what's it, the sole of the shoe? I don't know. It's that little rim of the bottom of the shoe. That's like really, really simple. Like this whole art illustration is very, very sketchy and very rough around the edges, but I think that's what's charming about it. That's what I like about it. Oh, now this bag. Yeah. This gave me a lot of grief. She has a very cute purse. I think it's a Disney purse. I couldn't really tell from the picture, but it has a lot of colors in it. And at first I was like, oh, maybe I can get away with just making it red. I couldn't. Didn't look anything like her purse. So I'm adding in a bunch of details and lots of blobs of color. Her purse actually had like, I don't know, I think there were flowers. There might have been some Mickeys on them. I don't know. But I just added blobs and it ended up making it look a lot like her purse. So I was like, hey, job well done. Move on to the mouth here. Fix her mouth. Because in the picture, she's doing kind of like a little funny face, I think. She's like, That's the sound I feel like she's making. She's like, So I tried to incorporate that into the drawing. So that is what I was trying to do. Didn't really work. Oh, and here we go with the glasses. Glasses stress me out. So glasses, I have a hard time drawing them symmetrical on each side. And then I also have trouble drawing them so that they're not like slanted, which if I think about it, anytime I wear glasses and I took like a picture, my glasses always looked slanted anyway. So maybe that's realistic. I don't know. But when it comes to art, I want it to be straight. Is that okay? So yeah, you can see it's very lopsided right now. I'll fix it a little bit later. But yeah, I added like almost like I wanted to look like there was glass in the actual lenses. Like these ain't fake glasses, you know. So I actually darkened it, which I'd never done before. Usually I take a white color and go over the inside of the glasses with it. But in the reference picture, it's actually darker, and I've never really thought about it. But in her picture, it's darker underneath the lenses. So it's not like darker, like sunglasses darker. It's just like shading darker. So I tried to do that, and I think it looks pretty cool, but I feel like some details are lost for the eyeballs. So yeah, I don't know. And here I am adding in the Mickey. This is, I think, as good as it gets. I end up going over it since it turned out pretty good. I just make it a little darker. And yeah, I think that's just about it. I'm actually quite happy with that strap with the little buckle. I think that looks really, really cute. Oh, since I thought a lot of the eyes got a little bit washed out from the glasses, I went over it with a darker color. And then here I was like, this picture just feels a little meh. So I was like, what if I add some maybe texture to it by adding some highlights? So I tried a couple different things. I end up leaving just the very topmost section, but I also go over it again with just normal colors to make it a little bit more subtle. And I think that was just about it. Oh, I also shrank that left hand because it is very low and very large. So I raise it up a little and shrink it. There we go. And that is it. So this is my illustration of lunaemstar with one layer. And you can tell I didn't cheat because I put the little put my layer panel up in the top right corner. So you'll see this was all done on one layer with other, so I basically just used other tools to cheat if you think digital art is cheating. Anyway, yeah, this is my finished illustration. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle to not click the new layer button. You don't know how many times like my brain was just like, okay, if I add a new layer, I can do this. And I'm like, no, hold on there, okay? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all next week, and I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye.